We've got some celebrations, some Jets Titans news. Jamal Adams is back. All right, let's roll, baby.
I'm gonna lose my gosh darn bananas. Boy Green Daily starts now. Zoinks!
I made it clear that my intention was to play, and my intention was to play for the New York Jets.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Paul Weston Jr., a.k.a. Boy Green. I'm the New York Jets digital reporter for Heavy.com. Welcome to Boy Green Daily, a daily New York Jets video show, also available wherever you get your podcast. Happy Friday to all you guys joining us here on the channel. And shout out to the coffee crew, baby. I see Dalton here. I see NC in here. And other members of the channel, feel free to join the Boy Green Coffee Club. You could do so at the YouTube description down below. There's Phil as well and everybody. And I appreciate even the members that aren't on here, but they're on here this morning. And Dave Briga, Ant Jets 82, and all the other Beater Campese, Taylor Sterling. Let's friggin' go. But if you'd like to join the Boy Green Coffee Club and support the Army, baby, that is in the YouTube description down below. Join the Boy Green Coffee Club here. Click, and you can do that. Also, if you're watching on YouTube, there's a money sign. Says, click that. Gift channel memberships is the final option. Click that, and you can gift as many memberships as you'd like. And I just want to start off with today's show. There's a lot of newsy things to get to. But I just wanted to thank the fans because I found out from YouTube, they said, hey, Paul, did you know last night, we got to over 2 million views on this channel. A few days before that, we celebrated the 4-year anniversary of this YouTube channel. Now, I've been doing a podcast for, I don't know. It's been 10, 11, 12, 13 years or something. Like, it's been crazy. I've been doing like a Jet-style show for a long, long time. It was an audio-only version for a long time. And then 4 years ago, I said, you know what? It's never too late. And hopped on the train. And it's pretty cool, man. It's pretty cool. It's a humbling experience. And I just want to thank, I know this is going to sound cheesy and corny and everything else, but obviously the views are from you, the fans, man. So I appreciate that my content resonates. I'm glad that you guys get to do it with me. I'm dead ass, man. That this is, I love doing this show every day. It's the coolest thing in the world. I pinch myself all the time just doing this show here at my house. I'm like, man, this is awesome. This is the coolest thing ever. So actually, to start today's show, I'm gonna give some memberships out. Let me do that. I want to give some memberships out to celebrate. So here we go. I'm gonna throw out a 5-pack right now to celebrate you, the fans, because without you guys, this is impossible. So let's start the show by gifting some memberships, baby. It's thanks to you guys that this is even possible. So let's give some memberships right at the top of the show. Let's go. Let's give it back to you, the fans. So let's play those chimes, baby. Oh, yeah, baby. A 5-pack off the top rope from your handsome overlord, Boy Green. A shout out to these 5 individuals: Barry Beck, Thomas Rossi, Green_team, Jason W., J Long, and I think that's it. I think that's the math of it. That is the math of it, I'm told in my ear. So shout out to you guys. You guys get a loyalty badge by your names. You're a supporter of the show now. You get unlocking of all the cool emojis, of course, that we've been working on behind the scenes. So keep that train rolling, and access to our Discord channel where the party continues. If you'd like to support the channel, you get all of that unlocked for just $2.99 a month. It's perhaps the best deal in the world. And there you go, baby. You guys friggin' deserve it, man. So thank you so much. So let's do that, man. 5 memberships right off the top rope, which, by the way, let me turn on the switch, baby. All right. we 13 members away, but let me double check the YouTube overlords. My 5 should make that 8. But let's make sure here for old Terrence, who's still in the lovely Cabo, celebrating all this wonderful action. Let's do a discount double check on the numbers real quick to see if that is how far we are away, or are we a little bit closer? We got to see. Sometimes the memberships expire, so then the number is different. So let me see here. Yeah, so okay, I can't include my 5 in this because we had a few memberships expire yesterday, but we are still 13 members away, baby. We'll see if we can get to Terrence's unlocked emoji by the end of the show. But there you go, people. Pay it forward, pay it back. It's awesome, man. So thank you, everybody, for all the kind words. Here, let me do something else for you if you don't know. Hopefully, some of you guys are on Twitter. If you're not, you can get on Twitter. I'm doing a giveaway. I'm giving away a Jets hat. So let me throw this up on the screen. Let's do some more giveaways. FOCO. I've partnered with FOCO, and they're giving away some of their brand new officially licensed Jets hat, and the winner will get to choose which one they want. This picture on the screen, you get to choose of those 4 Jets hats, all either the updated / old logo and even the Jet hat. So you guys can pick one out if you win the contest. All you have to do is find this post on my Twitter. You could scroll and find it. I can also drop in the link. I'll actually do that right now for you guys. Let me just drop this in. Ba-boom. I just did that. That should be in the YouTube comment chat. All you have to do is like the post and tag 2 friends underneath. Follow Boy Green and follow FOCO. And you will have an opportunity. The winner will be chosen on Sunday, September 15th at 1 o'clock, right as soon as the Jets-Titans game is kicking off. So I'm giving away one of these awesome Jet hats. I'd love for one of you guys to get them, so feel free to the YouTube community. So far, only 7 people have entered, so there's still plenty of room for someone to get an awesome Jets hat. So there we go, giving back there as well. So shout out, everybody. Let's keep that train rolling. Ooh, baby. We just got some more memberships. John Sauer jumping in on the fun. Okay, John, we see you. Let's get those chimes. Ah, yes, 5 more memberships, baby, to the Boy Green Coffee Club. Shout out to John for jumping in on the action. DF, Fernando B, Philip Rezak Jr., Chris Cortez, Recipes with Reed. Ooh, and you guys are all now members to the Boy Green Coffee Club, baby, and now just 8 members away for Terrence to get his emoji. Terrific, before he potentially even hits the sands of Cabo. So there you go, guys. There's a Jet hat giveaway. That's in the YouTube description. If you guys are watching after the fact, that giveaway is live all the way through Sunday. Today is Friday. If you guys want to get in on that action, just go over to my Twitter and follow those instructions. You will have a chance to win that. Pretty cool. So there you go. Also be doing another shout out later in the show, but we'll get to that later. Let's get to some Jets talk here. Thank you to the 200 people in the room. Make sure you guys like the video, hit subscribe. I can't start off with any of this Jet stuff. How do we not start off with last night, Bills-Dolphins? Now, the Bills blowing out the Dolphins did not surprise me. The Bills were blowing out the Dolphins before the quarterback injury we're about to talk about. The Bills just have the Dolphins number, point blank. Heading into that game last night, they had won 11 of 12. Now it's 12 of 13. They've just been kicking the Dolphins' ass, man. They've been kicking the Dolphins' ass. And quick aside, my father asked, how do you gift memberships? If you're watching on YouTube, there should be a money sign to the right side of your screen. You should see like a little emoji button. If you want to use emojis, there's a money sign. You click that. You go through the memberships. After you hit the money sign, the final choice that is available to you is gift channel memberships. Click that, and then you can gift as many as you feel comfortable with. 1, 3, 5, 10, 20, 50. Anything that your heart desires. That is how you gift memberships. Yes, sir. But no, back to the Bills-Dolphins thing real quick. I'm not surprised that, the Bills kicked their ass. Before the quarterback injury, they're kicking his ass. Tua was throwing interceptions all over the place. The Bills just have the Dolphins number, point blank. That's why I picked them in our on the Discord. We make all our NFL picks. That's another perk to checking out the NFL picks that me and my father put out every week and keep track of, which is pretty cool. So the Bills kick their ass, and now the Bills go to 2-0. The Dolphins fall to 1-1, and their future very much murky, obviously. Very murky. And sad. I'm thinking of Tua right now. I think we all should be. That was scary, man. There's that fencing technique, and if you're not aware of that, it's when your hands start kind of curling in like this after you get hit. It's fencing. That's the proper medical term for it. And very scary stuff. That's another concussion for Tua. And he even openly talked about before this latest concussion yesterday, he had openly pondered retirement, man. I don't know. Obviously, he would be protected if he retired. There's a lot of injury guarantees in that brand new contract he signed. So just let's wish the best for Tua, the human, the man. I know a lot of us hate the Dolphins, understandable. But in terms of Tua, man, I just hope he's all right. Because from a human perspective, I just hope he's good to go, man. That's I've had a lot of concussions in my life, and those can be messed up. Those can be messed up. I think, as NC says in here, there's a very good chance that his career could be over. And he's a young man, and he has a life to live. We'll see what happens. That's a bad one. That's a bad one for sure. I bring up this story all the time in high school. I wonder if they still do this, Joe. It was one of my favorites. It's, Oklahoma. It's mano y mano. You put a bag on the ground, space, bag on the ground. It's guy with football in his hand, a running back, basically, and then the defender. And the defender's job is to hold the line. It's like a goal line play almost. And you're supposed to prevent the guy from scoring the touchdown. And then obviously the running back's job is pretty self-explanatory. You just score the touchdown. I was going on shout out to this guy, Kyle Lamb. Okay, he's still a friend on Facebook. Okay, he's a shorter guy, but he was yoked. Okay, we're doing an Oklahoma drill, and I line up ready to tackle his ass. He lines up ready to run through my ass, and well, Kyle won that battle. He just lowered his helmet in the right way, and I'm not blaming him. And he trucked my ass, and boom, bowled my fat ass over. And I fell down to the ground. I was like, "Oh, okay, that was a pretty good hit." And then coach says, "Paul, you okay?" And in my head, I'm like, "Yeah, coach, I'm great." But the words that came out of my mouth were not, "Yeah, coach, I'm great." They were like, and I was like, "What the hell?" And I couldn't speak for like an hour. That's true. That's a true story. That really happened. And I was like, "What the hell?" And I had to go see our medical person at Oswego. And then all of a sudden, and after like an hour, my speech returned. So, concussions affect you in all kinds of weird ways. That was very strange. But in a very serious note, again, he's got to look out for himself. Now, from a football perspective, oh boy. I mean, you saw it. Skylar Thompson couldn't hit the broadside of a barn. And they've got this amazing, sexy Ferrari retiree kill. Jalen Waddle, Devon Achane, Raheem Mostert when he's healthy. Like, you look at the car, like, oh, yeah. And they're like, "Hey, car salesman, can I get a look under the hood?" And he's like, "Sure." Pop the hood. You go, "What? There's nothing in here." The hell? There's nothing in here. That's it. Without Tua, without a quarterback that can fit the system, Skylar Thompson doesn't rev the engine. Do they go back to Ryan Tannehill, the former Dolphins quarterback? Do they make some splash trade? I don't know. It'll be kind of curious, but they got to make a move. It can't be Skylar Thompson. So I imagine they're going to try to find somebody, and I'll be curious to see who the somebody is. So like I said, maybe it is Ryan Tannehill. That's the first name I thought of, but maybe there's a trade out there for a backup or third string veteran kind of guy, maybe out there in the universe. We'll see. But boy, oh boy, the Dolphins got their ass kicked at home in primetime. And Bills, who have won the division 4 years in a row, sounds like that's the team the Jets got to chase. And we'll get our opportunity week 6 on Monday Night Football in our own primetime game to see if that's possible. Putting some of that aside, the other thing I wanted to bring up a few nuggets here. We'll also open up the phone lines here on the show. But Jamal Adams, he's back. Now, you may have forgotten. or not ever realized that Jamal Adams signed a deal with the Tennessee Titans this offseason, very late in the offseason. And he was speaking with the media this week, and he didn't play in the season opener. He had a hip injury, which I know there's a lot of jokes that correct themselves about Jamal Adams and a hip injury and being old. Those are out there, and you can pluck those fruit if you seek. But he said, oh, yeah, I'm 100% playing. And I'm like, ooh, okay, we got a Jamal Adams revenge game. Now, according to my Titans boy, Mike Herndon, he ain't a starter. He'd be playing as a linebacker for the Titans, which is funny because people made fun of him for being a quasi-linebacker with the Jets, and now he might actually be a linebacker for the Titans, which is kind of hilarious how the world spins. So Jamal Adams' revenge game, apparently that's coming. If you want some full Jets-Titans previews, we had 2 of them yesterday you guys could check out. They'll be good up through the game. Mike Herndon, my good buddy, we did that Boy Green Meets Woody yesterday at 3 o'clock, and I had Easton Freeze on yesterday morning at 7:30. So plenty of Tennessee Titans, New York Jets preview action, baby, which is awesome. So we got both of those up. Another thing I want to get to in the headline here, L'Jarius Sneed-Garrett Wilson. L'Jarius Sneed was traded from the Kansas City Chiefs to the Tennessee Titans this offseason, and he gave Garrett Wilson some problems last year in Week 4 in the Jets-Chiefs game. Now he's on the Titans. I'll be kind of curious. Now, no one's come out and flat out said if L'Jarius Sneed will shadow Garrett Wilson, but knowing a bunch of Tennessee Titans people down there and kind of poking around, it sounds like that's their plan, that they are going to try to erase Garrett Wilson. They're going to try to, remove him from the game. L'Jarius Sneed, it sounds like last week played boundary corner, but the Jets love using Garrett Wilson in the slot, as we saw a few times in the season opener against the 49ers. So we'll see. We'll see if L'Jarius follows him around. And as Dave Briga said, L'Jarius is quite good. Very, very good. L'Jarius Sneed is the real deal. So that'll be interesting, but I'm sure that's not going to deter the Jets from feeding him some targets and opportunity. He's the straw that stirs the drink. Hell, he was one of the few straws that stirred the drink for the Jets offense the other day. That's for sure. So it sounds like the vibe I'm getting is L'Jarius will shadow Garrett Wilson. We'll see if it's exclusively or what have you. That'll be kind of interesting. So there's some of that action. Jamal Adams reunion. We got a lot popping. In the AFC East, again, for the Jets, I don't know if we can reiterate this enough. We'll get into it. My father joins the show tomorrow. I'll make sure I write that on my notes. Old Hop on Pop will be on the program tomorrow, which is nice. So looking forward to that one. And then Woody is on our Game Day Sunday, the 15th episode. On September 15th, he'll be joining us for Jets Titans. A normal kickoff. That'll be at 1 o'clock. But this game is massively important for the New York Jets. Massively, massively important. Because you don't want to be... First off, the analytics speak for themselves. Only about 11% of teams that start out 0-2 make the playoffs. That's a stat from the last 30 years. So that's a nugget to itself. And plus, Titans are a team you're better than, with all due respect. I think I was supposed to do the with all due respect thing first in front of that, but sorry for the misplacement. But they're a better team, and they got to flex it. Will Levis has like 10, 11 starts in his career. Aaron Rodgers has 225. The New York Jets defense is collecting its teeth that got knocked out against the 49ers. They got to put them back on their mouth. I think they're going to respond and respond strongly. And boy, they better stop the run because old Tony Pollard, he looked pretty good. Pretty good. He looked pre-broken leg, Tony Pollard. He showed a little juice, a little chutzpah. Tajay Spears, too. He's a guy. He's a guy. And DeAndre Hopkins, I don't know how healthy he is, to be honest. He had 1 catch for 8 yards in the season opener. Calvin Ridley. I like Calvin Ridley a lot. Apparently, Sauce Gardner's favorite receiver in high school was Calvin Ridley. Sauce Gardner, for those who don't know, used to be a receiver. Now, again, there might be jokes on that, too, because of all the dropped interceptions. But I'm not going to go there. And then Tyler Boyd, which we might save that one for the show tomorrow. But Tyler Boyd talking some talk? No, we'll get to that. That might be the episode for tomorrow. I have to note that in there. Yeah, that's a good note. And Tyler Boyd. That could be part of the start of the show tomorrow. That could be. That's possible. We'll see what happens. I'm pretty excited about it. Hey, let me do this. Let me give a quick shout out here, guys. A quick shout out. So I talked about my the hats we're giving away, which again are still good. FOCO. Make sure you guys go check out the tweet. All you have to do is like that post on Twitter. I'll present it one more time so you guys can see it. Again, give as many of you an opportunity to win as possible. If you're not on Twitter, you can sign up real quick. It's really, really easy and simple. But I'm giving away some Jets hats. I've partnered with FOCO, and I have also partnered with FOCO for something else I'll tell you about in a second. But we're giving away a Jets hat, and you have a couple of days to enter this contest. All you have to do is like the post and tag 2 friends down below, and boom, you're entered, and follow Boy Green and FOCO. So I guess there's a couple of steps. Like the post, tag 2 friends, follow Boy Green and FOCO USA specifically, and boom, you're in, baby. And again, the winner will be chosen on Sunday at 1 o'clock. And United States and Canada entries only. So I'm sorry for our international listeners and viewers. I guess technically you're not included in this competition, which I apologize for. That's their rule, not mine. But I do want to throw another thing at you because I know my fiance is really going to dig this. So I have another thing here with FOCO I'm going to throw up on the screen. It's going to cover my face. Here it is. It's pretty cool. And I'll give you a shout out. FOCO is bringing this iconic Peanuts moment from the gridiron to your collection with the officially licensed New York Jets Peanuts football kickoff mini bobblehead scene from FOCO. It features your Peanut favorites like Charlie Brown, Lucy, Woodstock, all taking the field with football kickoff mini bobblehead scene. This mini scene portrays Charlie Brown and Lucy wearing Jets-colored outfits with Woodstock looking on as they hit the gridiron. The bobble is limited to only 150 units, so if you want some of this action, you got to get it quick. They only made 150 of these. They retail at $90, standing at 7 inches tall. Pretty cool thing. And by the way, Charlie Brown spins, baby. So you guys could go check this out. So no giveaway here with this. I'm just letting you guys know about. But there you go. New York Jets Lucy, Charlie Brown, peanut kicking football scene with the new Jet logo. It's awesome. So, guys, you could go check it out. I know my fiance is going to be a big fan of having this piece of decor in the house, but you guys can do that as well. So, feel free. Booyah. So, a double FOCO, baby, and you could do that as well. Excellent. All right, let's jump over to the phone lines. Let's do it, baby, and let's keep the positive vibes. Again, shout out to you guys. So we got 360 people in the room. Last night we celebrated 2 million views on this channel, talking New York Jets every day, all day. A great accomplishment that wouldn't be possible without you, the fans. So we gifted 5 memberships earlier. John Sauer threw in 5 memberships, and again, we're only 8 members away from Terrence getting his emoji. So why don't we do this? We're going to open up the phone lines and talk Jets with all you beautiful people out there. So let's do it. Here, you guys can call into the show here. If you're watching on any of our other features, we're streaming live on the Heavy on Jets Facebook page. We're streaming live on my Twitter account. And, of course, youtube.com/BoyGreen25. You want to get in on all the fun, joining the memberships and calling into the show, it has to be over on YouTube. That is now the pinned comment on YouTube if you'd like to call into today's show. Feel free to do so. We appreciate you. Spread the gospel, baby, of all things. Boy Green Daily. By the way, I see a lot of people asking about the Tua contract thing. Just a real quick note on that. The Dolphins wouldn't just be out and they pay him nothing. They would owe him the guaranteed portion and injury guaranteed portion of his contract, which we could double check live on the show. But that's probably like a 4-year deal, if I remember correctly, on Tua. But I'll look that up in a few moments. They're going to owe him the money. So, like, it's going to be, again, the most important thing to reiterate is his health and making sure he's okay as a human being. Obviously. Let's put that here. Now, having a separate conversation about the contract stuff, like, man, they are, like, you're going to have to pay a guy if he does not play for you, and let's say his career ends. Like, you're going to have to pay for a guy that's not going to be playing for you, which is going to dramatically affect your cap. So, that is tough. All right, let's go to someone else who's tough, who's been a piece of clay, who's been molding and, kind of channeling his temple that is his body. NY Jets FL joins us here on the show.
Thank you, Paul, for those kind words.
Of course.
Yes. You know what's fun? Well, I was listening to TD, the Big Dolphins YouTuber.
Yep.
Yeah, I didn't listen to his stream, but I listened to his post game. He's talking about trading everybody, Ramsey, Tyreek,
What?
because because basically you have to draft another quarterback and start over, and you got all these big contracts now. So
Yeah.
maybe he's right. I mean, this team could be in no man's land for a few years. Tua, if I was Tua, I'd step away at this point. He already got money, and his health is quite, his lifetime health is questioned. That's obvious. Paul, real quick, I watched the Bills game and Dolphins, and maybe I got the opposite reaction that most people got. I saw Achan gashing that defense. They couldn't stop him. So I thought about Brees Hall. Achan had almost 100 yards rushing and almost 100 yards receiving.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And Tua was awful on top of it. So I'm thinking, okay, Brees Hall. I don't really fear the Bills. I mean, they
I
look
don't
like
either, man. I don't either.
they look like they're the Bills, but their defense. I don't know if we can. We have our own problems we have to fix first, but I'm looking at that and I'm thinking Brees Hall's going to have hell of a running lanes to go through.
Yeah, because to be honest, Tua, with all due respect, when healthy prior to the injury, was just doing dumbass stuff. The interception where he just said, I'm getting sacked, and he just sky hailed a punt, and then the Bill ran under it, and it walked in for a pick six. That was stupid. And I mean, even so, I can excuse Tua for the first one because the receiver should have been paying attention. He wasn't. It doinks off his chest and then gets intercepted. Like, okay, I won't blame you for that one, Tua. But the other picks, the stupid ass pick six, that's all on him. And then the other one, like, I don't know. He didn't say. I don't know. I don't know who his intended target was. I don't even know if he knew who his intended target was. Yeah, that was awful. So yeah, but and to think about that, so you add all that crap together, and then you reevaluate the score. I'm not afraid of the Bills at all, man.
Plus, I really think they missed Stephon Diggs. I don't think
Oh yeah.
Shakur. It's funny. I know I have a friend who knows the Shakur family,
Oh,
and it was at the Bills game, and as a personal friend of the dad, but he's not a number one receiver. I mean,
definitely not.
I think they're going to struggle once they face better defenses, and it's obvious that the Dolphins miss Wilkins and some of these other guys. I mean, they kind of blew it with a lot of things, but that's their problem, right? Our problem is this weekend where we go in there and we smack the Titans in the face because we were thoroughly embarrassed. So
I hope they have a response because that's what I'm looking forward to. You are a better team than Titans and show it. Because I reference that 2008 team often, but there are other examples in Jets history where the Jets were better than teams and they made it happen. They blew out teams. Like, I mean, let me pull it up because I remember the St. Louis Rams one off the top of my head of the one where I think they won 44-3 and they just beat the holy bricks off the St. Louis Rams. But I remember them blowing out a lot of teams that they were supposed to just wipe off the floor here. Like, for instance, a 6-touchdown Cardinals game. They ended up winning by 3 touchdowns. That was terrific. And the Cardinals even added some padding of the stats there. Yeah, it was 47-3 against the St. Louis Rams. There was some pimp slapping going on in that season, and that's what I miss. The Jets just turning it up and stop playing with their food and just beating the piss out of a team. That's what I'm rooting for.
I'm sure you got other callers, Paul, but let's see what we have on defense. Will Levis, I don't know. I have no faith in him.
Yeah.
I don't know what he'll be, but this week I think he's going to be chewed up and spit out. So we'll see you
Excellent.
around, Paul.
All right,
Appreciate
thank
it.
you. Keep sculpting that physique, NY Jets FL. Keep sculpting that physique. Richard Todd, 14, a new member to the Boy Green Coffee Club, said, love the show this early in the morning. Richard, we're live every single day, so thanks for being a new member to the Boy Green Coffee Club. We appreciate you, pal. We appreciate you. All right, back to the phone lines. We got Johnny Boy here on the program.
BG, what's up, brother?
What's popping?
Just here chilling, man. Not having to hear any more of the Dolphin fans coming to any of our stuff and just talk their junk. And dude, they're over there talking about burn the house down. Like it just,
Yikes.
I mean, they were pissed because in the Hard Rock last night, I think it was blue and red and white or whatever the colors of the Bills were and whatnot.
Yeah.
Look, I feel bad for Tuba, man.
Of course,
At
man.
the end of the day, man, that dude's a human. Yo, just get your money, bro, and family's more important. Dude, there's gonna be no doctor that's out there that's gonna clear this man like anytime soon. Anytime soon, bro. And if there is something completely fishy. See what I did there? Right?
Yeah.
But anyways, man, just that's my piece in regards of the whole Miami and Bills game. I don't even think the Bills are for real like that, man. Like they didn't show me anything last night that I was like, damn, they really beat the crap out of the Finns. I think the Finns beat themselves, man. There was some crazy dumb plays that Tua was doing last night. But this weekend, it's look, I know people are not saying that this is a must-win game, right? But this is a must-win game. Like the morale needs to get pulled back up quickly and stuff like that, and kind of show everybody what kind of team this truly is. We got smacked in the mouth, right? And we need to go ahead, just pick ourselves up, move forward, and show everybody. Will Levis, just like what Ted was saying, I mean, dude, how can you trust somebody that drinks mayonnaise in their coffee in the morning,
Good
bro?
point. It's very disgusting. Yeah.
He wouldn't be part of the coffee club, I'll tell you that much, man.
No. We wouldn't accept that here. Absolutely not. No.
And even the people that you had on your show and that, they were like, I don't know, man. You guys look excited, dude. And what, almost a couple more days, bro. We all get to hang out and sing.
I know that's crazy. It's 6 days away. That is hard to believe. That like you who have called into the show like a billion times. We've been on, Jets Worldwide, and after I get off of my Syracuse Mets stuff, I'll get to join the 411, which I'm looking forward to, and all that other stuff. And then we're gonna actually see each other. It's not these boxes. We're not in these boxes anymore.
Yeah,
we're gonna be in person. That's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, dude. It's again, man. I mean, it's a family, man. This community and stuff like that. It truly is, bro. Because I mean, we talk to each other almost every other day.
Yeah.
Whatnot, and talk Jet stuff. It never was like this. I mean, look, I live in Virginia Beach, man. So now there is a big Jets community, but again, it's not the way it is like with us and all the stuff and things that we talk about. When one of us, is going through something, we all rally within each other to go ahead and help them out, or et cetera, et cetera. But BG, I look forward to it, man.
I can't wait,
to
man.
Pops on.
Yeah.
I know he's been itching to get at us, bro, because of all the crap we've been talking about with his cowgirls and whatnot, So, hey, keep doing your thing, BG. But we're beating the brakes off of the Titans. I have us 21-9. They don't even score for 3 field goals. So
beautiful.
Out, dude.
Love it, Johnny. Thank you for the call. Also, I see FL Phil in here. Philium. Oh, Philium. He chimes in. Of course they have to pay him, but I don't think it counts against their cap. I reached out to a few cap people I know to confirm that. I would assume it did. Why would it suddenly be removed from the cap? When players retire, like sometimes that money gets spread out over multiple years. You have like options to spread it, but it still counts. It's not like they retire and it's magically gone. That's why, like for instance, Aaron Rodgers, when he retires, if he is like, if he left after this year, the Jets have this massive dead cap hit that they get. That doesn't just get wiped away because he leaves. So I'm pretty sure that would count against the Dolphins cap and a significant chunk of it. I don't think they get like an exemption to like, we get it. Tua had this thing. Like you're free and clear. Like, I don't think so, man. I'm pretty sure that would be against the cap, but I will confirm that hopefully with a couple of my capologists I just reached out to. All right, back to the phone lines. We got Tim from Fishland here on the show. What's up, Tim?
Oh boy, I need to take the Dolphins more often.
Yeah, apparently. Yikes.
Man, they are fried fish. I don't think the NFL is going to let him play again. Okay?
Yeah, that seems
you got to think about it. Twice he's had a concussion with the fingertip thing. I think it's, what do they call it?
Fencing. Yes.
Yes, this is and both on national TV. It's a bad look for the NFL. You can't. The NFL is not going to allow somebody to keep going out there to get their brain scrambled. Okay, I just don't see him playing again. To be honest with you, or the NFL, even if he wants to play. Like even the NFL, if you were to sign some sort of disclosure or something like that, but it is what it is. Like I told some Dolphin fans today, I said, I get it. I gave him a pat in the back. I was like, I was there last year. I know what y'all are feeling.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. People, it's just. I think you're right, though. I think the national spotlight thing too. That it's just hard to at the very least. I think he's on ice for the foreseeable future. But I think you're right. I think his career might be over.
Yeah, and it's a good thing for me though. I'm not saying his career being over, but December, here in
Yeah,
October, I'm gonna look at
right.
the
Crazy.
prices for. I'm gonna look at prices for that Dolphin Miami game down here, and
There
they
you
just
go.
went down.
I'm not surprised. Not
Yeah,
surprised if they
yeah,
do.
I'm sure the prices just went down, so it's
Yeah.
all good on that. But Jets need to take advantage of this. Okay, I think on Sunday that they need to come out passing to open up the run. See if they can get Sneed. See if they can, work in Mike Williams, X, maybe the tight end, something like that. That way we can, open up the run and take some pressure off Rodgers, because that's the one thing I don't want is I don't want to see Rodgers dropping back 40 times a game.
Of course.
It's not conceivable to ask him to do that. He shouldn't have to do that, especially with the talent that we have on the offensive line. So, you got your preseason game out. Time to come and work with your fucking lunch pail.
There you go. Love it. Thanks, Tim.
No problem.
By the way, Phil, I keep looking into this. So I see Phil said, I thought if he retired due to injury, it wouldn't count. I guess I'm wrong. So here it is. So Tua this offseason signed a 4-year deal for $212 million. This is from the NFL. They're like CBA. I'm reading it as a direct quote here. If there is dead money in a player's contract and he is released or retires, that charge will accelerate onto the team's salary cap for the current year. And if that's true, and he just signed this deal, oh boy. The accelerated dead cap, like the dead cap charge of next year's $83 million. The year after that's $45 million. The year after that's $31 million. The year after that's $18 million. Damn, that could destroy their salary cap if I'm reading this correctly. Again, to reiterate, this is from the NFL CBA. If there is dead money in a player's contract, there is in the future, and he is released or retires, that charge will accelerate onto the team's salary cap for the current year. So he would retire in theory. Well, I mean, I guess he could retire in the middle of this season, but if he retired, let's just call it the offseason next year, the dead cap hit is $83 million. Bull. That could destroy their. I don't know if they'd make an exception. I don't know how that works, but yikes. That could be absolutely crippling for the Dolphins if that is indeed true. That is wild. So there's just some of the stuff I'm looking up live here on the show. Like, Jesus. That is putting from the rough, that's for sure. Good Lord have mercy. Unbelievable. So, Paul, so King Lowski, of course, you got royalty here in the chat. Shout out to King Lowski. Interesting. Okay. All right, now we have people in here trying to count up the math. His salary doesn't count, the bonus does. Good Lord, all this math. I'm not prepared for this kind of math. Okay, well, we'll have to see. I don't know. I reached out to a cap expert. He will give me the answers as I'm looking through this thing. I don't know. We will see on Tua's contract. Hennessy Heisman, a member of the Boy Green Coffee Club, says, "Who cares? Fuck the Dolphins. All they did was laugh at us last season." And I feel that way about a lot of teams, about the ones that looked at us sideways with the Achilles stuff and Aaron Rodgers. So, it just, yeah, we were mocked. We were laughed at. We made fun of. Not a lot of people, when the Jets got pistol whipped by another team, they didn't go, well, they didn't have Aaron Rodgers. So they went, ha ha, losers. Like, come on, man. Come on. So maybe we got to spread the butter evenly on the bread, if you catch my drift. Maybe that's what we should be doing here on the channel. Shout out to all the people, the near 500 people that are watching on the show. Make sure you guys like the video, hit subscribe, spread the good gospel. Again, we're only 8 members away from Terrence getting his emoji. So feel free to buy your own membership. You could do that in the YouTube description down below. punch in your own ticket. If you want to help support the channel and get all kinds of additional perks like a loyalty badge, emojis unlocked, and access to our Discord channel where we talk everything, NFL, fantasy football, Jets. And you guys hear stuff before everyone else. Plus, there's exclusive content that you can only see on Discord, which, again, only $2.99 a month. Plus, of course, you guys can gift membership if you're watching on YouTube. There's a money sign. I'm looking at it right now. You click, there's 3 symbols. You see an emoji, you see a money sign, then you see a plus sign. You hit the money sign, and then there's super stickers, super chat, membership, and then membership gifting. You click membership gifting. You then have the option to buy a bunch of memberships. Like, for instance, in front of me, I see I can give away 1, 5, 10, 20, or 50 if I wanted to of buying memberships to give. So it's just that easy to be able to do. Feel free to jump in on that train. The phone lines are also open. That is the pinned comment on YouTube, youtube.com/boygreen25. And I'll tell you this. I think the Jets can get Will Levis to start wiggling all over the place. I think they could get him to start making some of those dumbass mistakes he made against the Bears. If he did it once, he'll do it again. He said he didn't lose any sleep over it, which is fine by me. If he wants to keep throwing those picks and doesn't feel any type of way about it, terrific. Let's get some of those turnovers because we didn't get a single turnover against the 49ers. We should turn this into a turnover fest in Nashville and get that dub, smack that team, and then get ready for a few days because in 6 days, I'll be there, baby. Jets, Patriots, home opener. It's going to be friggin' awesome. And I can't wait. Let's go in 1-1. Then we beat the Patriots for 2-1. Then your next 2 opponents are Denver. Okay. At home. And then the week after that is Minnesota and London. And we'll get the Sam Darnold, revenge tour. Because we're just playing a lot of random Jets of Zach Wilsons and Sam Darnolds and Jamal Adams. Let's beat all those ghosts of the past. Maz asks here, can we get Al Woods signed now that we got McGovern? We'll have to see on Al Woods. He blew out his Achilles. He was 36 at the time. He's fat. He's old. Like, I don't know if he's coming back. Like McGovern, for instance, for those who missed it, he spoke with some members of the local media yesterday, and McGovern said, that he was ready to retire after he got hurt last year. And the Jets were the only team that basically was going to come out of retirement for, and he did. Al Woods, I like the player. I like the personality. The personality's awesome. If he is open to it, of course, I'd love to have Al Woods. But I get the sense it's the end of his career. That would be my sense. He's old. He had already been pondering retirement before that. Then you have this crippling injury that's an Achilles. Unlikely, but hey, man, anything can happen. Hennessy Heisman says, we always find a good DT. No one knew who Al Woods was before. That's true. It's a good point. That is a good point. And I believe in Javon Kinlaw, man. I think Javon Kinlaw was pretty good against the 49ers, to be honest with you. I thought he was pretty good. You don't have Likey Fotu for the first couple of weeks of the season. He doesn't come back till week 5. But I'm kind of curious to see on old Likey Fotu and see what's happening. Excuse me. Galvatron, who's the Vince backup quarterback? It's still Mike White. Mike White got cut. He's on the Bills now, which is kind of ironic to last night. Skylar Thompson, the former 7th round pick or undrafted guy who got in the game last night, did not look good. Yeah, that was old Skylar Thompson. He's the guy. Yeah, Mike White was released this offseason and signed with the Bills as their 3rd string backup behind Mitch Trubisky. That is true. So we'll see if we can find a DT replacement. But I think there's other guys on the roster that they will be able to find. Any news on Reddick? Hennessy Heisman asks. I say no. There is no news. I mean, I did a little video on, the James Palmer report of basically James Palmer says his sources with Reddick say he's already missed the first game, obviously, and he's comfortable missing more games, is what he said. So my feeling is that he's obviously not here yet, outside of surprising news in the Saleh presser in 2 hours. Reddick's out for this game. the week's too short of a turnaround for the Patriots game, so he's out for that one. But there's a pocket of time. There are 10 days between that Patriots Thursday Night Football game and Week 4 Denver Broncos. That 10 days could be just enough time to bring him in, figure out your differences, and get him ready. Because if you miss that one, that feels like the perfect opportunity to get him in the building. But we'll see if that is even possible. We'll see if that's possible. All right, let's go to the phone lines here. Let's go to BMAC.
Hey, Paul. Hey, I'm ready.
You're ready. You're at the ready. Yeah, I had a sense that you were going to be ready this time. You know, you don't let the same thing happen to you twice.
No, that's a fact.
That's coaching. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great, man. Just woke up, so
okay.
Bear with me a little bit.
Sure.
A little bit.
Get your sea legs under you. You know.
Yeah, but hey, you know, I had to come and catch you this morning, so
I appreciate that, man. Thank you. You're a loyal member of the Boy Green Coffee Club, baby.
Yeah, and then just real quick, you know, if I feel like I'm going on too long, just feel free to take me off the show. You know.
Oh, okay. All right. Nah, I'm just kidding, B-Mac. I'm not. Nah, I'm just kidding. No. What's on your mind, man?
Yeah. Well, first of all, look, it's an important win. This on Sunday.
Yeah, for sure. We need it.
I think this is a must win. If you want to prove that you are a good team, this is a time. And what do good teams do? Good teams respond, and they beat the teams that they're supposed to beat. And the other thing is that Rodgers has never gotten off to a 0-2 start in his career.
Oh, cool.
No,
I didn't know that statistic.
No. Yes, he has low starts and has clunky week ones, but he's never gotten once he loses week 1, he always bounces back and perform, and has a bounce back performance next week. So I think y'all should be confident in this game. Now I will say this: the Tennessee Titans are no pushover. It's not gonna be an easy game. I watched that game against the Bears, and the Titans defense looked really, really good. And they kept Caleb Williams in check. Now the offense is terrible. See, Will Levis, they look like trash. So hopefully that will be a good sign for the Jets defense to get back on track. But if the Jets defense gets worked like they did against the Niners, against this Tennessee Titans offense, then I think that's a big concern. So I think this is a huge game for the defense to bounce back, and I think this is a big game for Robert Saleh too, man. I think he has the most pressure to win. This will be a test to see how good of a head coach you really are.
Sure.
You got the quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
You got the team that you wanted. Now there's no excuses. It's time to put up a show for Robert Saleh. So I do think the Jets will win. I think this is going to be a close game though, but I think the Jets will win 24-17.
Okay, touchdown game. Okay.
Yeah, and then one thing, one question for you real quick.
Yes, sir.
Last night, man. First of all, prayers go out to Tua. I never want to see that happen. I saw that, man. That was that looked disgusting. He just got shellacked, and I haven't felt. I mean, that's like his 4th, 5th concussion.
That's right. Yeah, we're up there. Yeah, it's 4th or 5th.
Damn, man. So get better, prayers up. I never want to see that happen to anybody.
Of course.
And that should let people know that you'll play. Like any play can be your last play. So
that's true. It's a harsh reminder. Yes.
So these quarterbacks should get up and start praying, man, every single morning before they take that field, and pray when they get home, and that they survive, because it ain't no joke. Well, I do want to say that, to bring up that, last year a lot of Dolphin fans was making fun of Rodgers for getting hurt and torn his Achilles and
Yes.
Mr. Full Play, fragile man. And I hate to be this guy, but
okay,
karma, what goes around comes around. I just want to say is that be careful on who you poke fun at and who you make fun of injuries, because it's not fun when it happens to you, and we saw that last night. So Dolphin fans, be humble, and again, hopefully Tua's okay, and hopefully he will be back soon. But I think last night was a lesson learned for Dolphin fans not to make fun of people's injuries.
Interesting. Yeah, I will just say in general, I did not like all the discourse last year of everyone making fun of Rodgers. It felt like the most joked about serious injury of all time that could have ended Aaron Rodgers' career, and he thought it did. Obviously, you've been reading that book over there that's somewhere near you of Out of the Darkness, The Mystery of Aaron Rodgers, which is over here. It's right behind this little text thing for me. Yeah, see, there you go. It's right there. Connor, a legend. And he talked about Aaron Rodgers sitting on that table and thinking it was over. So, I don't like when people make fun of injuries like that. It just, seems like we've sometimes go to a different place. But you know what? People are going to learn their lessons in different ways. And now the Dolphins have to figure out what we had to figure out last year, probably. We'll see. I'd be surprised if Tua comes back. Again, I think Tua's career is probably over, number one. And number two, even if it's not, I don't think he's touching the field for a long-ass time, which means it's Skylar Thompson time. It's maybe Ryan Tannehill time. Maybe it's whoever ends up being the quarterback that they go and acquire, because I imagine they're going to try to go do something, and we'll see who that is. Maybe the Dolphins make a trade with the 49ers and get one of their backups, either Brandon Allen or Joshua Dobbs. If he's still there, they could try to get one of those guys, but I don't even know if the 49ers would do it. So, we'll see.
And then the one thing is, real quick before I go.
Yeah, sure.
I want to see Mike Williams get involved in this game, man. I want to see Mike Williams play more than 9 snaps. Get him involved. He should be all right after the injury. I want to see Tyler Conklin involved. I want to see a lot of different offensive players get involved in this offense on Sunday. And I think, and run the ball with Brees, man. Run the ball with Brees. Now, if Rodgers, you have to let Rodgers sling it too. Don't be don't do like you did on Monday night. You know what I mean? Run, pass, run. No, if the run game's not working, and if Rodgers has to sling it, let him sling it. I mean, that's why you brought him in here for him to sling it. So, but I do want to see Mike Williams more involved in this game and Tyler Conklin. So what's your thoughts?
Yeah, first off, I'd love to see more Mike Williams. The Jets apparently wanted to see more Mike Williams. They only gave him a handful of snaps, no target. So let's quickly hope to build him up. Probably Mike Williams will be back, probably like in terms of like reps, probably week 4. A shout out to Buffalo Jet fan. I saw him tweet this out, and it makes a lot of sense. We have this game right now, which is a short week. The Patriots game on Thursday Night Football in 6 days is on a short week. And then the week after that is a 10-day gap. So that seems like a proper amount of time for Mike Williams to properly get his sea legs under him. And on Tyler Conklin, there's no doubt. He could be a security blanket. Now, again, feeding the stars makes sense. I love Brees Hall getting ops. I love Garrett Wilson getting ops. But you got to spread the butter on the toast. And it's not – we have other options. They need to utilize them. That's a long story short.
Well, that's it, Paul. Thank you.
Yeah, God bless, B-Mac. Thank you for gracing us with your presence. And again, a loyal member to the Boy Green Coffee Club. We see you, B-Mac. Oh, yeah, let me show you the old B-Mac emoji. Let's show that up on the screen. I'll try to do that for you guys more often. Let it rain, baby. Your B-Mac emojis. Woo! B-Mac emoji time, baby. There you go. Ah, yes. Good old B-Mac. All right, let's now go in a different direction with our next caller. Let's go in a different direction. Let's go in a more philosophical. See what I did there? Let's go in a more philosophical direction. some insight, some depth, some special chutzpah, you could say. And that is Philium, Phil98. Join us here on the show. What's up, Phil?
Well, thank you very much for that introduction, Boy Green.
Sure,
I appreciate that.
Yeah, of course, man. Yeah, I mean, you're the one who brings the gospel. You bring the knowledge, baby. We appreciate you.
Well, thank you again. Yeah, I wanted to jump in about the reason I put that comment in about the salary cap.
Yeah.
Was at some point somewhere in the past, I thought that there was some difference in the way that injury, like you said about the retirement. If Aaron Rodgers has 3 years left on his deal and he retires, that's different than a guy being injured.
Yeah, I guess it's true.
So I wasn't sure, and that's why I actually put it out there. Was I don't think it counts against the cap.
Interesting.
And then obviously the conversation in the chat went to yes, it does. Jared was pretty emphatic about that it does. And I'm not saying it does or it doesn't. I'm saying I didn't think it counted. I thought there was some adjustment for a guy who gets hurt.
That seems to be fair, especially for like this very unique scenario. We have a 20-something-year-old who signs a big deal the same offseason. He gets this dramatic thing. Do the Dolphins get punished? Again, if that rule is true that I read from the NFL CBA, I don't know if it is, but it seemed to indicate that the next dead cap charge, which for the Dolphins would be $83 million, that they all have to eat that. They just get, so not only do they lose their quarterback, but then they're punished with like the harshest levy the NFL can smack down on you, like by crippling you and challenging you on how to find your next one. If that's true, geez, that sucks for the Dolphins. And I know this is a Jet show, but that's what it seemed like the NFL CBA was indicating. And I've reached out to a couple of cap experts to reach out. And same sort of thing that happened with you, where I kind of dipped my toe and said, is it this? And I've had a few people say, here's some of the comments on social media that I'm getting underneath this post as I wait to hear from other experts. They said all of it counts against the cap, one person said. And someone else said that there is a way to structure it out. So, like, if the $83 million is a thing, that you could spread it out over multiple years to try to not kill yourself. But it seems to be we're all kind of speculating here. So I'll wait for some official word. But, man, either way, it does not sound good for the Dolphins. Whether you have to spread it out or you get it all at once, it sounds like you're still getting punished pretty good here. But like I said, I'll wait for official word.
Yeah, well, I usually trust Jared pretty much, and he was pretty emphatic that it all counts.
Wow. Okay. Wow.
So, and then my next question was exactly that. Like, really, they're going to put all of that money against the cap this year? You can't even. You'd have to restructure 100 contracts to not be over the cap. And then I'm not even
normal things, right? Normal people you have to add, sign, trade, and this or that, right?
Yeah. So, I'm just really curious now. I'm glad this came up in that regard. Obviously, I feel really bad for the kid.
Yeah.
I mean, when he went down, he was it almost looked like he was convulsing for a second there.
Yeah.
You don't want to see that happen to anybody, Jet fan or not.
100%. I think we can all, again, we are all avid, crazy, rabid Jet fans that are rooting for us to all go now 16-1 through the rest of the season and go crazy. But I think we could all take a step back and put the shield down for a second and be human beings and go like, damn, man, because like the fencing thing is incredibly scary. There's kids that watch football, man. They're like, whoa, what's going on there? And what the heck's that? It was like reaching up and his hands were like turning it like it was sick. And again, I'm a guy who's had a lot of concussions in my life, both in football and martial arts. And like, man, it's a nasty business. And the severity of a singular concussion based on whatever the trauma or impact is its own thing. And to have multiple repeated, it's brain bleeding. That's what concussions are. I mean, it's internal bleeding in your brain. So like, it's just scary stuff. So yeah.
You've had several, you say?
Yeah. I've had,
with your father not being on the show today, let me step in for him and say that explains a lot.
It should. Yeah. Yeah, that's funny. And look at us now. Yeah, he'll be on the show tomorrow. I'm sure he will carry that torch from you and smack me around with that a few times.
He was talking a little smack in the Discord this morning, too.
Yeah, I missed it. I got to go see that. Boy. Here we go.
About all the guys who made the predictions on Miami, took Miami last night.
Yeah, well, thankfully I wasn't one of them. I just, man, the numbers were just too stark heading into the game. The Bills had won 11 of 12, and the only one the Dolphins won was some very bizarre heat exhaustion game where several Bills players were taken out, and the Bills ran out of time to win the game when they were at I remember the 30 or 35-yard line or something. It was crazy. They ran out of time or they would have won. So I'm like, damn. They won 11 to 12, and they probably should have won 12 in a row. And then this one, I was like, the numbers are just too aggressive. And streaks have to end at some point. Obviously, we know that better than anyone as Jet fans, but come on, man. Oof. Oh, yeah.
All right. So, I just wanted to clarify that. And, I'm going to dig into it now and try and find out what I can. But, boy, that's a shame if there's not some allowance for a guy getting hurt.
Yeah, there should be. There should be an someone. I've seen some people commenting while you've been on the show right now saying that they believe there should be some sort of an injury clause. Okay, that's a rule, but in these wildly obscene scenarios, there's this. I hope so, because that would be brutally crippling to a level that I don't even know how you would make enough money, shift enough money around where you could just be an NFL franchise based on all your other decisions you have to make. That seems wild to me. So it seems too wild to be true. But like I said, we'll find out. If you find it or anyone else or one of these cat people I know, get back to me. I'll probably have to text a few and see. But if Jared says he found some information, he's going to post it on Discord. So for anyone who's on the Discord, another reason to jump on the Boy Green Coffee Club. Hopefully we'll read whatever information that is. So there you go.
I had no doubt that Jared would do that.
Yeah, he's a trooper.
He is, man. He is. Respect all the time for Jared.
Damn.
All right. So, I just wanted to jump on about that. And, we got another couple of days to talk about the Titans. So I'll talk to you soon. And JETS, baby. Have a good day.
There he goes. Philium giving us his knowledge. Philium. There he is. Let's put that emoji on the screen. Ah, yes. Philium always bringing the knowledge and insights that we all need here on the channel. Shout out to Philium with a JETS channel. Boom shakalaka. You love to see it. Philium giving us some knowledge. Okay. So Jared B says it's written into the contract, the injury stuff. So I'll be curious to read that after. and see that in the Discord channel. All right, beautiful. Well, the long story short, the moral of this story, baby, is the AFC East is wide friggin' open, which is great. Absolutely wide open. Here's what I'll do, guys. As we end the show, for those who watch after the fact, you're going to see it in the comment section. I'm going to put the contest to the hat contest so you guys can enter. I'll put the link down there. I'll pin the comment for that. And you guys can also check out the FOCO bobblehead if you'd like as well. The hat is a giveaway, so you just have to enter, follow the instructions on that Twitter link. And then the other one is it's a limited edition. There's 150 of them. Go get them if you want them. You can check that out as well. And yes, as Reese says, let's us all pray for Tua. Beyond the football stuff, put our football allegiances aside. Let's all pray for Tua and make sure he's okay. Well said there, Reese. Thanks, everybody, for chiming into the show. We appreciate you. Had 500 people in. Like the video. Hit subscribe. Spread the good gospel. I'll be back on later today with Jake Asman, baby. The Boy Green and Jake Asman show at 4 o'clock. It should be a lot of fun. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. Take